Revealed. 11. Rare signs that prove you're aging better than 90% of people. Have you ever wondered how some people seem to defy aging so easily? Why do some 80-year-olds still play sports, while 60-year-olds can barely climb stairs? What is the secret that separates those who age vigorously from those who quickly lose their abilities? Many people assume that getting older inevitably means losing skills, strength, and independence. But modern science is revealing a surprising truth about healthy aging. If you are still able to perform certain activities after the age of 65, you are part of an extremely rare and remarkable group. In this video, we're going to explore 11 signs that show you're aging exceptionally, even if you don't realize it. Each sign reveals a profound truth about your longevity, resilience, and overall health. If you can do some or all of these things, consider yourself a rare gem, because most people your age can't. Keep watching until the end, because you'll not only recognize these rare qualities in yourself, but you'll also discover why they're important for living a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. Let's get started. 1. The secret of perfect posture that deceives even doctors. Posture says a lot about how your body is aging. If you can stand with your shoulders back, walk without bending forward, and sit without stooping, you're ahead of most people in your age group. Over time, poor posture leads to a weakened core, back pain, and even breathing difficulties. But if you still maintain proper alignment, it means that your spine, muscles, and joints are supporting you well. This is a rare characteristic among the elderly that few can maintain after decades of life. You may not think about it often, but posture affects more than just your appearance. It plays a direct role in the mobility, balance, and even functioning of the organs. When your spine is properly aligned, your lungs expand completely, allowing for better oxygen flow and improving energy levels. On the other hand, if you're constantly hunched over, your body is working harder to compensate, leading to daily fatigue and discomfort. An example is Jorge, a 74-year-old retired teacher. He still walks confidently, with his back straight and his head held high. People often assume that he is younger than he really is, simply because of his posture. Your doctor once told you that most men your age are dealing with spinal compression or a forward-leaning posture. But Jorge holds up remarkably well, because he makes an effort to stay active, engage his core, and avoid the habits that lead to a hunched posture. A key reason why posture is important is that it directly affects balance and fall prevention. Poor posture shifts your center of gravity forward, making it more likely that you will lose your balance when walking or standing. When you stand upright, you naturally distribute your weight correctly, reducing strain on your joints and improving overall stability. And that's just the beginning of the surprises your body has in store for you at age 65 and up. 2. The 10-second balance test that few can pass. Balance is something that many people take for granted until they start to lose it. If you can stay on one leg for more than 10 seconds without swinging or holding onto something, you're in much better shape than many people your age. In fact, studies have found that poor balance in older adults is strongly linked to a higher risk of falls, injuries, and even a shorter life. Take this test right now. Stand up, lift one foot a few inches off the ground, and count to 10. If you can do this with ease, your coordination, leg strength, and neurological function are all in perfect sync. But if you find yourself swinging, putting your foot down too quickly, or needing to hold onto something, it could be a sign that your muscle stability and control are in urgent need of improvement. Let's take Francis as an example, a 77-year-old retired carpenter. He used to be extremely active, but over the years, he realized that he felt a little unstable when walking on uneven terrain. One day, during a routine exam, his doctor asked him to try to stand on one leg. He barely managed to get to 5 seconds before losing his balance completely. That was his warning signal to start acting before it was too late. He started doing simple balance exercises, like walking heel to toe and standing on one leg while brushing his teeth every morning. Within a few months, he was able to stand effortlessly on one leg for more than 15 seconds, something his friends of the same age couldn't do for even 5. Why does this matter so much for your longevity and quality of life? Good balance helps prevent falls, the leading cause of serious injuries among the elderly. But it's also a reflection of the overall functioning of muscles, the brain-body connection, and mobility that few maintain as they age. When your balance starts to decline, it's often a warning sign that your body is losing strength and coordination at an accelerated rate. But if you can still do it easily, it's a powerful sign that you're ahead of the natural curve of aging. It's not just luck, it's the result of a body that has maintained its neurological and physical functions at exceptional levels. 3. Why your grip strength can reveal how long you'll live. One of the most overlooked but powerful indicators of longevity is grip strength. If you can still firmly shake hands, carry a heavy bag of groceries, or easily open a jar, you're doing better than you realize. Grip strength isn't just about the muscles of the hand, it reflects overall muscle mass, nerve function, and even heart health. Studies show that seniors with a strong footprint tend to live longer, recover more quickly from illness, and remain independent into their later years. When your grip is strong, it means that your body is maintaining its functionality, endurance, and resilience at levels that many doctors would consider remarkable for their age. Think about it. When your grip is weak, simple daily tasks become frustrating and limiting. Struggling to hold a coffee mug, open a door, or keep your balance when getting up from a chair isn't just an inconvenience. It's a sign of declining strength that affects all areas of your daily life. Imagine Francisco, who at 75 still enjoys working in his garden, lifting small pots and handling tools with impressive ease. His doctor once told him that his grip strength was better than that of some men in their 50s. This is not only a source of pride for Francis, it is a sign that his entire body is remaining stronger than the average person his age. Grip strength is directly linked to their ability to maintain mobility and prevent falls, a major concern for seniors around the world. Strong hands mean you can stabilize yourself when needed, hold handrails with confidence, and continue doing the things you love without fighting your own body. Have you ever stopped to think about how much this simple skill affects your daily independence? If you still have a strong grip, consider it a sign that your body is aging remarkably well and stands out among its contemporaries. 4. The rare ability to sit and stand up that surprises experts. Being able to sit on the floor and stand up unaided is one of the most telling signs of longevity that few maintain after 65. If you can still do this, you have something that many people your age have completely missed: flexibility, balance, coordination, and core strength. This simple skill isn't just about everyday convenience. It's a powerful predictor of how well you'll maintain your independence for years to come. Think about how many times you use this skill in daily life, practically without realizing its importance. Maybe you kneel down to get something from under the couch, sit on the floor while playing with your grandchildren, or even stretch out after a walk. Many seniors find themselves struggling to get up without pushing on their knees or needing to cling to furniture. But if you can make that transition smoothly, you're in a privileged minority. Let's think of Daisy, a 72-year-old lady who still enjoys her morning yoga routine. She moves effortlessly from sitting to standing, without staggering or showing any difficulty. Her doctor once mentioned that most women her age can't do this without considerable help. This is because it's not just about muscles, but overall body control, joint mobility, and lower body strength working in perfect harmony. Science confirms the importance of this seemingly simple skill. Studies show that people who can't get up off the ground without using their hands are twice as likely to experience a decline in mobility and health complications in the coming years. Its ability to move like this reduces the risk of falls, keeps your joints lubricated, and ensures that your muscles stay engaged even in simple movements that many consider banal. Contrary to what many people think, this is not a skill that inevitably disappears with age, but rather a function that can be maintained with regular activity. If you can still do it naturally, your body is functioning much better than most people your age, and that's something to celebrate and preserve. 5. How your young brain still captures information like a sponge. Mental sharpness is just as crucial as physical strength when it comes to exceptional aging. If you can still memorize new information with ease, you have a rarity that many lose over the years. The ability to learn new skills, recall names, and absorb new concepts is not only convenient, it's a powerful indicator of your brain's health. Studies show that maintaining mental agility is directly linked to a lower risk of dementia and a better quality of life in the golden years. Your brain, just like a muscle, needs regular exercise to stay strong and resilient against the effects of time. Think of Helena, a 76-year-old retired teacher who has recently started learning a new language. His friends were amazed at his ability to memorize vocabulary and grammar rules with an ease that rivaled learners decades younger. What Helena didn't realize is that her ability to absorb new information was not common among people in her age group. His neurologist explained that his brain was demonstrating exceptional neuroplasticity, the ability to form new connections and adapt to new challenges. Neuroplasticity often decreases with age, making it more difficult for many older adults to acquire new skills or adapt to changes in their environment. But when you maintain this ability, your brain continues to function like that of someone much younger. How do you manage to maintain this exceptional cognitive function beyond 65? It's neither coincidence nor pure genetics, but rather the result of lifestyle habits that constantly challenge the brain in new ways. Solving puzzles, learning new skills, staying socially engaged, and even following a diet rich in antioxidants and healthy fats all contribute to this impressive cognitive preservation. If you can still memorize a shopping list without writing it down, remember details from a book you recently read, or learn how to use a new technology without constant frustration, your brain is demonstrating a resilience that many neuroscientists would consider remarkable. And the most impressive thing? This capacity can continue to be strengthened even in the 9th decade of life. 6. The chair movement that reveals its true longevity potential. This may seem like a small thing, but being able to get up from a chair without using your hands is a great sign of physical strength and independence that few maintain beyond 65. Many people gradually lose lower body strength and mobility, making it more difficult to get up from a seated position without pushing with their hands. If you can still do this effortlessly, it means that your legs, core, and balance are all working in harmony, a rare skill that many take for granted until it's lost. Think about how many times you get up throughout the day, whether it's getting off the couch, getting out of the car, or getting up from the dinner table. These everyday movements rely on a combination of leg power, core stability, and coordination that many lose with age. If you struggle with this movement, it's often an early warning sign of declining muscle strength or joint stiffness. But if you can still do it gently, you're demonstrating a level of physical ability that many in your age group have already lost. Consider Lucia, a 72-year-old grandmother who never thought much about it until she noticed her friends struggling to get up from chairs, needing armrests or a helping hand. One day, at a family gathering, her grandson challenged her to get up from the floor without using her hands. To her surprise, she succeeded with ease, while her friends of the same age watched in awe. The fact that she regularly walks, stretches, and does light strength exercises has kept her body running smoothly at an age where many already face significant limitations. What makes this skill so important is that it is a key indicator of longevity and functional capacity. Studies show that older adults who are able to get up from a sitting position without assistance tend to live longer and remain independent for more years. This means you have enough muscle strength, joint flexibility, and coordination to prevent falls, which is one of the biggest concerns as people age. If you can still do it effortlessly, appreciate what your body is capable of, because it's a skill that becomes increasingly rare over time. And most importantly, it's something you can maintain with regular exercises focused on leg strength and core stability. 7. The sleep pattern that few can maintain after the age of 65. Sleeping well through the night is a luxury that many seniors only remember with nostalgia. If you still enjoy uninterrupted, restful sleep, you possess a rarity that science links directly to longevity and brain health. Studies show that sleep quality tends to deteriorate dramatically with age, with most older adults experiencing sleep fragmentation, insomnia, or early awakening. But those few who maintain healthy sleep patterns have impressive advantages in terms of cognition, mood, and overall longevity. Your body uses deep sleep time to repair tissues, consolidate memories, and clear potentially harmful proteins from the brain that are linked to neurodegenerative diseases. Pedro, a 78-year-old retired engineer, has always prided himself on sleeping his full 8 hours without interruption. When he casually mentioned this at a doctor's appointment, his neurologist was impressed. Apparently, less than 20% of the patients over the age of 70 he sees maintain this enviable sleep pattern. The doctor explained that the ability to sleep without interruptions is a strong predictor of prolonged cognitive health and lower risk of dementia. People often don't realize that fragmented sleep is not an inevitable part of aging, but rather a sign that something may be out of whack in the body. Those who manage to maintain quality sleep often have more balanced hormone levels, less systemic inflammation, and better stress regulation. Can you fall asleep within 30 minutes of lying down? Do you sleep for at least 6 hours without waking up? Or do you fall back asleep easily if you wake up briefly? Do you wake up feeling rested and refreshed most mornings? If you answered yes to these questions, your body is demonstrating a resilience and physiological regulation that many of your age have lost. The good news is that even for those whose sleep has begun to deteriorate, improvements can be made through consistent habits, control of light exposure, and proper relaxation techniques. But if you naturally maintain quality sleep, consider yourself extraordinarily fortunate and protect that ability as the health treasure that it truly is. 8. The hidden power in your hands that carry effortless purchases. If you can still carry a shopping bag without feeling like it's a great physical effort, you're ahead of most people your age. Grip strength, upper body endurance, and core stability all play a key role in how well you can manage everyday tasks. Studies show that grip strength alone is one of the strongest predictors of longevity and functional independence in older age. Your ability to carry weight isn't just about arm strength. It's a sign that your bones are strong, your shoulders are stable, and your body is still able to perform essential movements without overexertion. This is something that naturally decreases with age, but when you can still lift, hold, and carry items with ease, it shows that your muscles, joints, and nervous system are still functioning at a surprisingly high level. Consider Walter, a 74-year-old retired schoolteacher. He never thought much about his strength until one day in the store he noticed something surprising. Younger men around him were struggling to lift heavy bags for their cars, while he did it effortlessly. A younger buyer even offered help, assuming he would need assistance. Walter laughed and said, "I've been doing this for decades. There's no need to stop now." That small moment made him realize how much his lifelong activity and strength training kept him ahead of the natural curve of decline. Doctors often say that a weak grip and difficulty lifting everyday items are early warning signs of declining health. That's because muscle loss, osteoporosis, and declining nerve function all contribute to frailty over time. If carrying groceries, lifting a chair, or even holding something for an extended period has become challenging, it could be a sign that your muscles and bones need more attention. The good news is that functional strength can be maintained and even regained with regular exercise, even at older ages. If you want to maintain this impressive ability, continue to use it regularly through everyday activities and specific exercises for your arms and hands. 9. The surprising social factor that adds years to your life. Staying socially active and engaged after age 65 is not only enjoyable, it's a powerful predictor of longevity that few can sustain. If you still maintain active friendships, regularly participate in social activities, and cultivate meaningful relationships, you have an advantage that science links directly to physical and mental health. Studies show that social isolation is as harmful to health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, while robust social engagement is associated with a lower risk of dementia, depression, and even cardiovascular disease. Meaningful social connections stimulate areas of the brain related to memory and cognition, reinforcing the neural networks that keep us mentally sharp and emotionally balanced. Maria, an 81-year-old widow, surprised her doctors when, during a routine checkup, she casually mentioned that she had dined with friends 3 times the previous week and was planning a trip with her reading group. Her geriatrician explained that this vibrant social life was likely a significant factor in her excellent cognitive and emotional health. Most patients her age experienced a dramatic shrinkage in their social circles, leading to a higher risk of depression and accelerated cognitive decline. What makes social connections so powerful for the health of the elderly? When you engage socially, your brain is challenged to follow conversations, remember details about other people, and adapt to new social situations. This constant cognitive stimulation works as an exercise for the brain, keeping it agile and resistant. Additionally, close relationships help manage stress, promote healthy behaviors, and provide practical support when needed. If you still maintain close friendships, attend social events regularly, and feel connected to your community, you're demonstrating a social resilience that many lose with age. This ability to cultivate and maintain meaningful relationships is not only a pleasure of life, but a powerful preventative medicine that few fully appreciate. 10. The lost art of getting up off the ground without the help of your hands. One of the biggest indicators of long-term mobility and independence is your ability to get up off the ground without using your hands for support. It may not seem like a big deal until you realize that most people over the age of 65 struggle with this seemingly simple movement. Balance, leg strength, flexibility, and core stability all work together in this skill, and those who still manage to do it have a significantly lower risk of injury, hospitalization, and overall declining health. Imagine Emma, an 80-year-old grandmother playing with her grandchildren on the living room floor. When it was time to get up, she instinctively put one foot on the ground, propelled herself, and stood up with ease. Her daughter was shocked, saying, "Mom, I know people 20 years younger than you who can't do this." What Emma didn't realize is that her ability to move so easily was actually an incredible sign of strength, balance, and longevity, worthy of admiration. In fact, doctors use a test called sit to stand to assess a person's overall health and risk of mortality. Studies have found that those who struggle to get up off the ground have a much higher risk of falls, fractures, and long-term mobility issues. If you can still bend down and stand up without clinging to furniture or needing assistance, you're in a rare group of seniors who still have strong functional movement, a skill that most people lose with age. Why is this so important for your longevity and quality of life? Because falling and not being able to get up is one of the leading causes of serious injuries in older adults. Many older adults who suffer fall struggle not only because of the fall itself, but because they lack the strength and coordination to recover from it independently. If you can still move up and down with ease, it means that your legs, core, and balance system are working well, and that's something to be deeply proud of. If you want to maintain this crucial skill, daily practice makes all the difference. Simple exercises like bodyweight squats, lunges, and core strengthening movements can help keep your muscles engaged and functional for decades. 11. Gravity-defying movement and aging at the same time. Getting up off the ground without support sounds simple, but it's an important indicator of strength, flexibility, balance, and coordination, skills that tend to decline with age. If you can still do it easily, you belong to a rare group of people with high mobility and a greater chance of maintaining independence for many years. This movement requires strong core muscles, powerful legs, and healthy joints. Over time, the loss of these capacities can hinder basic actions and increase the risk of falls, immobility, and even early death. An example is Juan, 76, who while playing with his grandchildren realized that he could still get up without help, a clear sign of preserved physical health. Studies prove that this ability is directly linked to longevity and autonomy. If you are in doubt, test yourself. Sit on the floor and try to get up without using your hands. And if you can't, start strengthening your body now. It's never too late to regain mobility. Final thoughts: the hidden potential of your golden years. At the end of the video, we are invited to reflect on 11 skills that indicate exceptional aging. If you still have them, you're part of a select group that has maintained strength, mobility, and mental clarity beyond expectations. Aging is not loss, but adaptation and growth. More than genetics or luck, it is the result of consistent choices that protect body and mind. The central message is clear: it is never too late to improve. Even though some abilities have weakened, the body and brain remain adaptable at any age. The video encourages viewers to share what skills they still have, which ones they would like to develop, and what they have learned. Comments are valued as a source of motivation to continue producing relevant content. Aging well requires healthy habits and a positive mindset. The body was made to move, the brain to be challenged, and the spirit to grow continuously. See you in the next video!